Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we have a big old basket of green tomatoes, and I'm going to be bringing you guys another awesome thing that you can do with your, well, I hope it's going to be awesome anyway. I've never made it before, but we're going to make it together. And it's just a great way to use end of season tomatoes. I've done everything from your mock salsa verde, mock strawberry jam. I have done, last year I made green tomato chocolate chip muffins, green tomato quick breads, like a spice bread, kind of like a, I don't know, almost like a fake banana bread or something like that. And delicious. I still have some in the freezer, and every now and then I pull one out and eat it for a snack. They are so good. I'll leave the links to all those videos below. But I went ahead and pulled all my tomatoes, and this is the first batch of green tomatoes that I'm going to be adding to the pantry this year. We're going to make some awesome green tomato curry. I'm sure that there is a proper name for the recipes, and again, I'm taking liberty. I'm researching a couple different recipe ideas and kind of blending the spices and flavors that I know our family will enjoy. But let's get going. The first thing I need to do is wash my tomatoes. They're a little dirty. They've been just sitting outside for the last few days, so I was ready to bring them in and get them going. You know, once I got that kitchen cleaned, or my dining room table, you can see there's a basket still there because some of them went ahead and ripened outside on me. But I'm just rinsing them off, and then we're gonna get chopping them up, and I'll share with you all the ingredients. Okay, once again, I got my big roaster out. I'm just gonna crank it up to probably about 350 because I want to saute my onions. So we're going to add 3/4 cups. Now the recipe that I'll leave in the description is going to make you probably around 5 pints, and I'm tripling that, I think, because I'm just kind of eyeballing what I think my tomatoes are going to give me. And so I'm going to put in 3/4 cups of butter to saute about 6 cups of onions. And then we will move on over to the stove, and I'll share with you, you can be conservative or feel free to go spice crazy, if you will. I'll share with you kind of just some of the basic spices that you need, and then if you want to go the extra mile, some of the extra spices you can add to it. So once this gets melted down, we'll throw in the onions, but in the meantime, let's go get those spices started on the stove. Okay, so just like basics, the spices that you'll need are, you know, your curry powder, turmeric, cumin, and coriander. You can totally add mustard seed, and I bought some special Indian seasonings to try. I won't even try to pronounce it. I'll leave links below, but asafoetida powder, fenugreek seed, and I purchased some dried curry leaves. And then if you want it spicy, you can add some red chilies. These are Szechuan peppers that we bought when Dan was here for some spicy Asian dishes, so that's what I'm going to be using. But to get this going, we're going to just start some butter. You wouldn't add your powdered seasonings at this point, but these seasonings here I'm going to be adding at the front of the recipe so I can get them popping and sizzling and doing their thing. So that's probably just like a couple tablespoons of butter there. Okay, now that that butter is ready, we're going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of mustard seed. And about 3/4 teaspoon of this powder and this seed. Whoa, no, way too much. That smells yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Ooh, wow. This way, I love cooking ethnic food. You know, it's not my ethnicity because it's flavors that my brain and my body just doesn't know, and it just makes your nose go, what is that? So you're supposed to cook this till it starts to pop, and at that point we will add some broken chilies and some of our curry leaves. I'm not going to go crazy with the curry leaves because I do want to add some of the curry powder to my tomatoes once they cook. Okay, moving back over to the butter, I have, I can hardly see, about 6 cups of chopped onions. Sorry, I'm going to turn this down a little. We're just going to saute these just until they're softened. And while they're frozen right now, but while they are softening, I will get going on chopping my tomatoes. These onions are nice and softened. I'm not caramelizing them, I'm just softening them until they're translucent. And we're adding all of these green tomatoes. And then I'm gonna go grab my spices off the stove, throw those in there, and we will add the other spices. And then we're just gonna cook them until the tomatoes are softened. Okay. All right, for the turmeric, we're gonna go about 1 tablespoon. Maybe a little bit more. I like turmeric. Okay, and for the red curry powder, it's 12 because I doubled it. The regular recipe is I think that's going to be about all of this. And the cumin, 3 tablespoons, and then the same for the coriander, 3 tablespoons, if I can reach it. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay, and brown sugar. Now, I don't have enough made up right now, so I'm just going to start with what I have. I probably have about 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar in here. And we'll start with that. And if I think it needs more, I'll come back and add more. And I think that you could possibly leave this out, but all curry recipes have some sugar in it. So we're gonna cook this down. The last ingredient that I'll need to add is lemon juice. But we'll cook these down, and you're just basically gonna cook them down until they're softened. Oh, one other thing, the recipe did say to add a cup of water, but I'm not sure for sure that I'm using what kind of green tomatoes the original recipe would call for. It just kind of says green tomatoes, and some of mine are like green beef steaks. So they have quite a bit of juice in them. So I'm just gonna see how these cook down, and if I need to add water, I will towards the end. All right, so I'm gonna pop this lid on, and we're going to walk away from these for a while, maybe 30 minutes, and come back and check on them. I'm gonna lower the temperature to about 275. All right, it's probably been an hour exactly. I've checked on them a few times. We had dinner, and I think that they are ready to can in, guys. It smells amazing. Absolutely amazing. I did go ahead and add 3 cups of water, and I added about 6 teaspoons of lemon juice. So we are gonna get this all canned up, and I'll share with you, ooh, my glasses are fogging up. I'll share with you ways that I look forward to serving it, and just hopefully this gives you another amazing idea on how to use up your green tomatoes. So let's get to jarring these up, and then we'll get them in the water bath canner. Alrighty, I have my jars all cleaned here. The water bath canner is warming up behind me, and we're gonna get these loaded up. Okay, I did that rather sloppily, and I am cleaning my rims now, and we are water bath canning this for 30 minutes. Now, I told you guys I would tell you how I plan on serving it. So Todd's not a big fan of like really chunky vegetables. So probably what I'm going to do is when I dump the can, I'll take the immersion blender to it and then add some coconut milk or coconut cream you could add, depending on how thick you want it. And serve it probably over rice, either as a side dish with a meat, or over like some smoked chicken. Shrimp would be good. Any kind of fish it would be good with. So that's how we will use it. And we really like, you know, when I used to shop at Aldi's, there was quite a few tiki masala and the korum, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but the, you know, jar sauces, and we like that a lot. So I know we're gonna like this. But if you're hesitant because it's flavors that you're not used to, try just a serving for dinner and see how your family likes it, if you like it. And if you do, then it's just gonna be a wonderful way to use up the last of your green tomatoes. So as always, guys, I will end the video with how they look coming out of the jar. And hopefully in the future, you'll see a dinner video of us using it to make a wonderful meal during this winter. So thanks, guys, for coming along with me in the kitchen as we are just pushing the final little bits out of the garden and canning up some wonderful food for our family. I'll talk to you guys later.